Orderly overview. Getting started. There's no question, running a restaurant can be tough. It sounds simple, but man, there are a lot of moving parts to keep track of. Orderly is dedicated to helping restaurants better control their costs by taking the complex flow of your daily purchases and organizing them into easy-to-understand reports and metrics. Having an accurate view of everything from weekly food costs, inventory, recipe costs, and even labor costs help your staff make better decisions to drive a more profitable business. There are 3 primary activities that help restaurants get the most value out of our software: uploading invoices, entering sales and labor data, organizing your ingredients. Invoice data. The foundation of Orderly is invoice data. One of the most important steps you can take to make Orderly work hard for you is to upload invoices daily. It literally takes just a couple of minutes. We're going to do all the heavy lifting by entering line item invoice detail for your food and beverage invoices. To upload invoices from your mobile device, click the camera icon. Hover directly over the invoice and take the picture. It's very important that you see all 4 corners of the invoice on the screen and that the image is in focus. Good lighting is crucial to clear pictures, and we recommend turning the flash on by touching the lightning bolt at the top of the screen. Once you take the picture, a full-size image will appear for 4 seconds to verify that the image is legible. Click Done to dismiss the image immediately, or delete if you need to retake the picture. You can also click on an individual thumbnail if you need to delete and retake the picture. If you have a multi-page invoice, use the photo button to add all additional pages of that specific invoice. Be careful not to mix different invoice numbers together. When finished uploading an invoice, either click Upload New Invoice to upload a different invoice, or click Done Snapping to return to the home screen. Choose Edit Invoice Details if the invoice is missing any critical information like the supplier name, the invoice number, or the date. PDF files can also be uploaded directly in the invoice viewer in the web UI. Click on Select File, attach your invoice file from your computer, or drag and drop up to 15 files at a time. Then click Upload. Back on the invoice viewer screen, you can see that we organize invoices by week. We summarize spend across all invoices: food, supplies, alcohol, etc. Click on a supplier in the list to the left to highlight that supplier's invoices for the week. Invoices are generally processed in less than 24 hours, although it can take longer when a new account is created. Hover over the invoice details to see which user uploaded the invoice and the date it was uploaded. Click on the camera icon to see the image of the invoice, or click on the supplier name to see the invoice details. If you find a problem with the invoice, you can send us a note by clicking the Invoice Problem button, and we'll take care of it. You can also completely delete an invoice by clicking the Delete Invoice button. If Orderly has any problem digitizing the invoice, you'll see a red Fix Now button alerting you that we've encountered a problem so that you could help resolve it. Often, that means simply deleting the invoice and re-uploading it. You can also view invoices from your mobile app. Click on the 3 dots in the lower right-hand corner and select My Snaps. Click on an invoice to see the details by zooming in on the image. A quick note on how to handle returns. If your supplier issues credits, simply take a picture of the credit and we'll digitize it. If your supplier allows you to adjust the invoice, there are 2 steps to properly adjust the invoice. First, strike through the line item quantity and extended total of the item you are returning and write the accepted amount beside the original quantity and extended price. Second, subtract the returned amount from the total invoice. Strike through the original invoice total and write the adjusted total beside it so Orderly can clearly determine what the adjusted invoice total should be. Entering sales and labor. You can enter sales and labor data from the website or the mobile app. From the website, under the Kitchen tab, click Enter Sales and select the proper day from the calendar. Most restaurants enter net revenue for each of their revenue categories. From the mobile app, click the plus sign next to Food Sales on the app's home screen and enter the sales from this UI. Organizing your ingredients. Orderly has a huge technological advantage over other systems because not only do we digitize line item invoice detail, but we also organize and group similar ingredients together for you. For example, if you switch suppliers for ground beef, we're going to automatically connect the new ground beef to the one that already exists in Orderly. What this means to you is less time spent managing ingredient data in the system. The bottom line is, regardless of whether you switch suppliers or get substitutions from your existing supplier, your ingredients are organized to give you accurate reporting, inventory, and recipe costs with very little effort. We're going to focus on 2 screens in this video: Unapproved Purchases and My Kitchen Ingredient Lists. These two screens are very similar, but with one important difference. Unapproved Purchases is a convenient screen to view your new ingredients in real time as they are purchased, whereas My Kitchen Ingredient List is simply a master list of all ingredients. Unapproved Purchases makes it super simple to see when you get substitutions or new ingredients. We'll cover how to approve ingredient purchases at the end of the video. Before we jump into the details of both screens, there are two important definitions to cover: restaurant ingredients, supplier products. Restaurant ingredients are descriptions of the ingredients the restaurant uses. Examples are whole milk, cheddar cheese, red onions, and vinyl gloves. These are ingredients or items that you prepare or use to serve your guests. Supplier products are the ingredients or items suppliers sell you. They include item codes, supplier descriptions, pack sizes, and prices. Supplier products are grouped under the restaurant ingredient. Orderly organizes comparable or substitutable supplier products together so that your restaurant ingredient has the most up-to-date pricing and purchasing data for accurate reports, inventory, and recipe costs. Now let's review each of the fields. Search. Easily find your ingredient quickly by searching for the restaurant ingredient name, supplier product description, or even item code. Filters. Easily filter your restaurant ingredients or supplier products by supplier, category, unit of measure, or location. Down arrow. See all supplier products linked to a restaurant ingredient. Graph icon. See the purchase history details of the restaurant ingredient. Restaurant ingredient. This is the ingredient description and can be edited by clicking the pencil icon. Category. The category assigned to the restaurant ingredient and its cost center. Par. Easily assign a par value for the ingredient. This value is referenced in the ordering feature. Location. Assign a physical location that is used to organize the inventory sheets. Camera icon. View the picture of the invoice if available. A lightning bolt indicates the purchase was imported electronically and may not have an image of the invoice associated with that purchase. Supplier product. The supplier description. Supplier. This is the supplier that sold the ingredient or item. Pack size. We define pack size as outer pack/inner pack in the unit of measure. For example, shredded cheese 4/5 pounds. This represents a 20-pound case of cheese with 4 packs. Each pack contains 5 pounds. We'll go into more detail on pack size in just a minute. Package price. Price per package purchased. Checkbox. Easily select all ingredients to be approved and click the Approved Selected button. Flag icon. You can send Orderly a note if you feel there's a problem with the purchase, such as pack size, supplier, and so on. Link icon. You can change the way Orderly has grouped an ingredient using the link icon. Trash icon. Easily delete the restaurant ingredient or individual supplier product. Now let's go back to the pack size field and drill into the details a little further. While you are able to override the original pack size created by Orderly, we highly recommend that you only change the default under the following situations. First, anytime the pack size is 1/1 case. This generally means Orderly could not determine the pack size by the information provided on the invoice. Second, sometimes different suppliers of an ingredient use different pack sizes. Avocados, for example, are often sold per unit of measure of each or pound. The best practice is to align the units of measure so the ingredients are reported properly throughout Orderly. In almost all instances, you should have no more than 2 pack sizes per supplier to accommodate where the supplier sells an ingredient in full and split cases. If you're unsure of how to edit the pack size, contact our support team or click the flag icon and send us a note. Let's review how to link or group substitutable products together. Remember that we covered the concept of how supplier products are grouped together under a restaurant ingredient. If you need a quick refresher, please refer back to that section of the video. The steps to linking ingredients are: click the link icon for the supplier product that you'd like to link with another restaurant ingredient. If you want to move all supplier products at once, use the link at the restaurant ingredient level. In the text box, search for the ingredient you want to link to. Remember, it's often best to keep search descriptions very generic to get the most results in your list. Select the ingredient that you want to link to from the list. Notice the system shows you the supplier products that you are adding to this restaurant ingredient. Click Save when finished. The steps to unlinking supplier products to create a standalone restaurant ingredient are: click the link icon by the supplier product you want to separate. Type a new name in the search box that is unique from the other ingredient descriptions. Remember, the new ingredient must have a unique name, otherwise the system will not let you save the change. Click the New button and edit the category if necessary. Click Save when finished. This new restaurant ingredient is now separated in price trend reports, can be counted as an individual ingredient on an inventory, or can be used in recipe costing. Finally, once you're happy with the way ingredients have been organized, approve the ingredient by selecting the Approval checkbox and click Approve Selected. When you're first getting started, we suggest filtering to a specific category to review the ingredients and then multi-select to approve all the ingredients within that category. This is a quick and convenient way to quickly approve ingredients. You should look at 3 things before approving the ingredient. First, make sure you're happy with the way Orderly has grouped supplier products together. Link or unlink any supplier products that you want to see individually in inventory or recipe costing. Second, make sure you're happy with the restaurant ingredient category. You could change this if necessary. Lastly, make sure that you're happy with the pack size and unit of measure for each supplier product. Approving ingredients is a very powerful feature because once the majority of purchases have been approved, the system only shows new ingredients in this screen. You'll easily uncover pricing problems or even products that you didn't realize the restaurant was buying. Now, let's take a quick look at My Kitchen ingredient list. As we mentioned earlier, this is the master list to view all ingredients and related details. This screen has all the same functionality as Unapproved Purchases. We finally reached the end of the introduction video. If you have any questions, please reach out to our team and we'll be happy to help.